Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy. Welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be doing another episode of Unfiltered Talks, and we are going to be discussing a lot of the big Marvel news that has came out in the last couple of weeks. Last week was a huge week for Marvel news. They released like 3 different really major news things, and I had a chance to talk about it because I've had a relatively busy week. So I'm finally going to get around to talking about it. I know it's Unfiltered Talks, but I do have myself a little note card here so I could prepare myself. I'm mostly just going to be touching on some of the major things because I'm probably gonna make separate videos for some of these. But the main thing that I want to talk about in this this video specifically is the Fantastic Forecasting. For one, I want to go ahead and talk about how I love how they released this. I think that the way that they decided to release this was absolutely huge, and I think that it's really smart that they did it this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the poster and kind of talk about some of the main things that I liked about how they released this. For one, I absolutely love the style of this poster. It is absolutely adorable and cool. And I really like the shade of blue that they're wearing in this. I really hope that when they make their Fantastic Four costumes, they are something like this baby blue. I think that that color is just fantastic. The 4 emblems on the suits for the 2 people who are actually wearing like Fantastic Four like suit per se looks fantastic. I think that it's very simplistic and I really like it, and I really do hope that when we get the suits in live action, we get something with the more old-fashioned, where it has mostly light blue and white as the color scheme here. But like I said, suits look great. I think that the family dynamic here looks fantastic. Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby look like they have good chemistry. Obviously this is just a drawn picture. They haven't shown any pictures of them actually together in person, but I see the kind of the style that they're going for with this. I think that Johnny Storm being played by Joseph Quinn is going to be very interesting, and I'm very excited about it. I think that he looks like he's got that younger brother energy in this picture, and he definitely looks like he's going to be messing around with the Thing a lot, which is fantastic. And then obviously the Thing, really perfect casting there with Evan Moss-Bachrach. I probably just butchered his name. I am so sorry, but I'm really excited about this movie. I think it's going to be fantastic. Next July, we have 2 big superhero movies coming out, and I think next July is going to be huge. I'm really excited for it. But yeah, so to talk about each of the actors individually and my thoughts and opinions, we're going to just kind of go down the line. The 2 that everybody is kind of 100% in agreement on, that, oh my god, these people are perfect. Vanessa Kirby, she's fantastic as Sue Storm. She's going to be great. She's going to absolutely kill this role. I think that she's been in a lot of franchise stuff, and every single movie that I've seen her in, she's fantastic. She seems like one of the smartest people in the room, and I definitely think she has those leader capabilities that you need from a Sue Storm, and I'm really excited to see what she brings to this cast. And then Evan, like I said, I'm probably going to butcher his last name. It's like Moss-Bachrach or something like that. He also looks fantastic in this, and I mean, his performances in The Bear shows that he's perfect to play this kind of like rougher New York character. And I also just think that he is kind of like a really rising star, and they did a really good job of picking people who have been in the industry for a relatively decent amount of time but are literally starting to be it people right now. And yeah, I think that his portrayal of the Thing can be really good. And one thing that I specifically want to bring back the poster real quick for, that picture of the Thing looks fantastic. I obviously know that this is just a drawing and we don't know exactly what he's going to look like in the movie, but if he looks something like this, it could be fantastic. I feel like both of the other iterations of the Thing that we've gotten so far have looked very wonky, and I really hope that they actually have him wearing kind of like this tracksuit like jacket type outfit. I would love to see the Thing wearing a full-on outfit, as opposed to in some of the past iterations where like he only wears shorts in a lot of the comics, which I think works. But I feel like for live action, to make him more human, it would feel really nice to have him in an actual full-on suit. And then now to talk about the 2 castings here that aren't as popular. I'm gonna start with Pedro Pascal, the elephant in the room. Personally, I don't have any problems with it. I think that he's fantastic. I know that a lot of people are concerned about the age gap, but in the original comics, what's it called? They were kind of like starting to have feelings for each other while Mr. Fantastic was in college, and Sue Storm was a high school like what's it called? Gifted mind. She was like really ahead of her time or whatever. She was really smart. What's the word I'm looking for? Prodigy. She was a prodigy in high school, and she really had a crush on this college-age student. So for them to be at least 4 or 5 years apart kind of makes sense a little bit. And I definitely think that Vanessa Kirby can play somebody who's around her age, and Pedro Pascal can play somebody who's about 5 or 6 years younger than his age. So I don't have any problems with the age gap. I think it's going to be relatively good. One of my main concerns, though, is I was kind of hoping that the Fantastic Forecast was going to be a bunch of actors who can continue playing their roles for the next 10 years. And with with Pedro Pascal being a little bit on the older side, I don't know if we're going to get this Fantastic Four cast and have them stay the Fantastic Four for the next 5 or 10 years. But that being said, I think that they all look relatively good together. I think that they're going to have great chemistry. And I think that one thing specifically with Pedro Pascal that a lot of people need to realize, this man has really good chemistry with a lot of the actors that he works with. And I think that he has shown in the last couple of years that he could be a good fatherly figure. And at the end of the day, he's an actor. He does acting professionally. I think we should definitely trust that he can play Mr. Fantastic and that he's going to do a good job in this role. And last but not least, to talk about, obviously, in a lot of people's opinions, the least popular one of these casting decisions, Joseph Quinn. I absolutely love Joseph Quinn. I will admit, I'm a dude and I'm a straight man, but I think he is incredibly attractive. I don't understand all the intercourse that is like, he's not attractive enough to be playing Johnny Storm. And I'm like, yeah, I know that the last 2 iterations were Chris Evans, who's insanely attractive, and Michael B. Jordan, who's insanely attractive. But I think that Joseph Quinn is a very attractive man. Like, I definitely think that he is a very handsome guy. And obviously, like I said, I'm not the target audience, so I have no say in the matter. But I definitely don't think that he is that unattractive that a lot of the people online are complaining because Johnny Storm's supposed to be hot and they don't find him hot. I think he looks good. I think that in this specific poster, I can definitely see that he has the look of Johnny Down, in my opinion. But I think that one of the main things that a lot of people are missing with Johnny Storm in this casting decision is this is the first Marvel family, and one of the big things that sets this group of characters apart from all the other characters and all the different Marvel projects is they're supposed to be a family. They're supposed to have this dynamic that is more than just a team. They're like literally a family, and it's kind of like similar to the Guardians of the Galaxy, but not quite the same as that. And I think overall you need actors and actresses who can work well with other characters. And in my opinion, Joseph Quinn, if you've seen season 4 of Stranger Things, which is his most famous thing, he has fantastic chemistry with literally every single actor that he interacts with. Obviously, he interacts the most with Gaten. I can't remember his last name right now, but the guy who plays Dustin, he's absolutely fantastic with him. The person who plays, I don't know why I was going to say the person who plays Joe Keery. He has great chemistry with Joe Keery. He has great chemistry with Natalie Dyer. Like, he has fantastic chemistry with literally every single person he's ever been on screen with. And I think that you need that for somebody who's going to be playing Johnny Storm and anybody in this cast for that matter. And personally, I'm very excited about it. I think that everybody looks great in their roles. And I think that Sarah Finn has literally not really missed at all. I think that almost every single Marvel character who we've gotten in the big screen has been casted to perfection. I think that one of the few ones who I'm kind of always like on is Jane Foster, but at the same time, Natalie Portman's a big actress. She's bringing fans to Marvel, and that's something that they try to do sometimes. And it works at the end of the day. But that being said, that was everything Fantastic Four casting announcement that I wanted to go ahead and address. Obviously, H.E.R.B.I.E is going to be in this. Fantastic. I would not be surprised if Tara Strong plays him again. I've seen a couple of people be like, Tara Strong should voice H.E.R.B.I.E. And honestly, Tara Strong kind of being like one of the main voice actors for Marvel, it's just kind of iconic. Like, I honestly would not be against it. That being said, Miley Cyrus had a small voice acting role in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I would not mind seeing her be the voice actor for H.E.R.B.I.E. in this little movie. But that being said, that's all I want to say about Fantastic Four. Now we're going to dive into the other things. The other things I'm just going to be touching on kind of slightly, and I'll probably be making full-length videos for some of these later in the week. But that being said, let's dive into this. Okay, so Xmen 97 got its trailer last weekend. I did not make a trailer reaction for it because honestly, I had not watched any of the X-Men cartoons yet, and I'm getting around to it now that I know that the X-Men 97 show is going to start releasing on March 26th or something like that, or March 22nd, whatever the date is. I know that I need to go ahead and get on this soon. So I started watching it. I started binge watching it, and I just kind of wanted to come on and touch on some of the main complaints that I've heard about this one as well, because for the most part, I'm trying to spread positivity here, and there's a lot of negativity about some of these things online. So one thing that I've heard a lot of people complain about is that the animation style isn't the exact same animation style as the actual 90s cartoon, and all I'm going to say is, as somebody who just for the first time ever was watching some of those old episodes, I'm kind of glad that they're using updated animation. Some of those sequences are really like choppy and slow, and there's a lot of like action sequences that just feel really weird with the older animation style. And obviously, you know, back in the day, that's all they had. But nowadays that we have this better animation style and we can do more smooth animation, I'm glad they're doing that, because overall, all the characters look like they have the same exact 2D design. The only difference is that it feels a lot smoother, which is fantastic, because when we're getting a lot of like high-speed action sequences, it's going to look better in this show. So I just wanted to go ahead and say this. I think that the animation style for X-Men 97 looks great, and I'm starting to binge watch the old show, and so far I'm really enjoying it. And I really hope that this new one, X-Men 97, does a good job of finishing off the series and bringing back that same energy, because so far I'm loving all the X-Men's interactions with each other, and the X-Men are characters who we haven't really seen all together on the big screen in a minute. So seeing them in this little show is going to help us X-Men fans kind of get back to, you know, being able to see our favorite characters again. So that's that. Next one, I'm just going to briefly touch on this because I am going to make probably 2 or 3 videos of a little wish list things that I want to be in this project. But Deadpool 3, that trailer looks fantastic. It's going to be called Deadpool and Wolverine, which means Deadpool and Wolverine are probably going to be like co-leads in this. I know a lot of people keep referring to this as Deadpool 3, but I think like it's kind of major that the title is Deadpool and Wolverine. I think that Wolverine is probably going to have a major part in this movie, and on top of this just being the conclusion of Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool potentially, it's probably going to be really huge on Wolverine and what it means to be Wolverine, and we're probably going to see multiple iterations of Wolverine, which I am really excited about. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to make a couple of videos later in the week diving more deeply into this. And yeah, so now to talk about the one last Marvel thing that recently came out. I'm not going to touch on this very much because I don't want to give it more attention than it really deserves, but Madam Web came out, and I saw it. It wasn't very great, but there were a lot of really funny sequences in it, and I really think it's interesting that once again Sony has dropped the ball with a big Marvel character, and especially one who, with the success of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, could have potentially tied into that and really like brought together their entire universe. But it's clear that they don't know how to use their characters to do anything positive, so that's a little depressing. But that being said, I wanted to talk about Madam Web because I think it's interesting. Sony was releasing Madam Web, and Marvel, Kevin Feige was like, you know what, let's release a bunch of promos so that people can see that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is still really good, as opposed to looking at Madam Web and thinking, man, what is Marvel doing over there? I think that it's kind of funny that all the Deadpool 3 trailer, the Fantastic Four news, the X-Men 97 trailer came out in the same week that Madam Web was releasing, almost like they were trying to cover up the fact that Madam Web exists. And for the most part, I think it's actually kind of worked a little bit. There's a lot of discourse online about all these different projects, and all the discourse about Madam Web is how much it sucks. So that's great. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Very quick little video today. I love and appreciate you guys so much for coming by and checking it out. I love and appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bow. Bow. Bow.
Back at it again, but that's a relevant flow, so smooth. They calling me Mr. Elegant, like an elephant. I got a long nose, like a president. I've got a few hoes, swift with a stutter. I'm smooth like butter. Don't see it coming when I slip undercover, like a big dog, but I don't bite. I'm still a big broad. I'd win that fight. Come match you and I knock out your lights.